health and mental well-being, and I don't really know you anyway, but again, it's a good hose. That would be a lot better, I think. I just wanted to water my garden, and I ended up getting the worst tarot card reading anybody could ever possibly imagine. I don't even know why they put that on there with the whole maximum durability, last hose you'll ever have to buy. They should have just attached a card with an upside down jester holding 3 golden cups with a knife through his head, and I would have come to the same conclusion that I did the first time, and I think it would have been less ink. But I didn't buy it. I am a dad. I have 2 kids now. My oldest is my son. I think my son might be gay. I was actually having dinner with him the other night. We were all together, and right in the middle of dinner, he performed the entire second act of Cabaret, and that was really upsetting to me. I'm much more of a Cats man myself. I just find the choreography in Cabaret to be very trite and overdone. Plus, the director for the touring company gives really lousy head, so I've never been a fan of that particular show. My uncle was knocking things off of his bucket list, because who doesn't like to do that, I guess. And he was in Alaska because he always wanted to see a grizzly bear in its natural habitat. And ironically, he was attacked by a grizzly bear and he was mauled to death on this trip to Alaska. The real tragedy is that it attacked him from behind. Poor bastard never even saw it coming. I guess that's life. I have a friend who has a teenage son, and his son has like 30 pairs of sneakers. He was telling me he has everything. He's got Airwalks and Adidas and Vans and all that stuff, And I thought, wow, man, that's really fucked up. Kids these days have no sense of brand loyalty. When I was a kid, you either had a Sega or you had a Nintendo, and you would go to the playground and you would fight to the death about which one was better and which one was worse. And we took that shit very seriously. We would argue about it all day. One kid actually had both of them, and we crucified him on the monkey bars, because that's just Lord of the Flies shit every day, man. We took it very seriously. Well, I guess that's my time. Looks like Skip's giving me the light. We're gonna give it back to her. This was weird. Thanks.
Did it end another? Did it Facebook end another party? Facebook can still see us. I'm getting a bunch of messages that Joey G broke the internet again. Is that true? And let's see. Cancel that. I don't know how the internet works. That's not really my job. Probably should have been. And then I'd be super employable. Hey, Facebook, can you still see us? Also, on a totally related note, can YouTube still see us? Also, yeah, I don't know. Unclear. We have more comedy, but if you guys are just going to keep being like this, we'll just keep. They can still see it according to everything? You don't know either. Okay. We're going to go to Stab's page. This is me live streaming the internet. Works on Twitch. Twitch is there. YouTube is good. I don't know how Facebook works, so it could be a Facebook thing. I don't care. Yeah? I don't know. I'm here. I'm here and adorable. Joey G did not curse the internet. He's not cursed. He's adorable. And he's a cats man. Dad wants to know if people are less nervous when there's no audience to heckle or boo. Do they seem less nervous to you? Because they are not less nervous. I don't think they're less nervous. Do you think they're less nervous, Jess? No. I think they're way more nervous. I mean, you've seen people at the end of it, they just stare into their phones and go, this is weird, and walk away. So no, I don't think they're less nervous. They miss you guys very much. And there are still plenty of hecklers. Joe Prasa on the Facebook party, for instance. He's a great heckler. People have been improving people's jokes. I've seen a lot of that lately. It's been pretty constant. So maybe I just never started another Facebook watch party. I don't know. I'll try and fix the internet. And in the meantime, we have another comedian for you. I haven't seen this set. I don't think I've even seen this dude before. It is all dudes night tonight. So if you know any lady comedians who need some picking up, send them some cookies and get them to do a set for us. But in the meantime, we have more dudes doing comedy. Are you ready? Is he ready? He's ready. It's Mr. K. Chang.
All right, what's up, y'all? I'm lonely as shit. Just got out of a breakup. She was too freaky. I asked her, what are you into? What's your fantasy? She said, I want to get shit on. I want to get pissed on. I want to get puked on. Those weren't her exact words. Her exact words were, I want to have a baby. So. Yeah, that's right. I got jokes. I know I look like I play professional StarCraft. So, my name is Katia. I go by Kay. I'm from Irving, Texas. Let me rephrase that. My parents had a Chinese boy, gave him a black girl's name, and raised around a bunch of white people. So, I'm racially confused. I'm actually Cambodian, but no one knows what that is, so I'm Chinese for this joke. I get a lot of flack for not going by my name. What? Are you ashamed of your culture? No, I am proud to be the strong, beautiful black woman I am. I just shortened my name. If you're Matt, do you have to be Matthew? If you're Will, do you have to be William? If you're Craig, do you have to be Craigslist? No. My first name and my last name have a silent H in it because Cambodians love the letter H. If we ran Sesame Street, every episode would be brought to you by H. Hey, speaking of Sesame Street, it's just a segue into my only impression. I hope you like it. This is a dancing Muppet. That's it. That's all I got. That was it. Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. If you've never met a Cambodian, imagine a Filipino that isn't Mexican. That's a Cambodian. I always wondered, why do dogs get so excited to see another dog? Like, hey, you're a dog? I'm a dog. You're a dog? I'm a dog. But then I'm like, I get pretty excited to meet another Cambodian. I'm like, you're a Cambodian? I'm a Cambodian. And then I smell their butthole. That's the process. So originally from Texas, now I live up in Oakland with my parents. Yes. California is so expensive. If you live with your parents, people get jealous. I visited Texas about 2 weeks ago. Went to a country bar. Y'all like country music? Okay, a few of you love America. I saw a pretty girl from across the bar. I'm about to hit her with this smile. I got a nice smile, see? Unless I turn my head, then I look creepy. Watch this, watch this. And now you're like, well, why don't you just turn your head faster? You won't look as creepy. Okay, I'll do that, I'll do that. Can't help it, still creepy. So, I'm about to hit her with a smile, but then this dude in a felt cowboy hat walks right in front of me, and he says, hey, you're looking a little lost. I'm like, nah, you're looking lost because you're supposed to wear a felt cowboy hat in the winter. You're supposed to wear a straw cowboy hat in the summer, bitch. Dude, you cannot get out-countryed by me, by this real-life anime character, all right? All right, last joke. Hey, did you know that Asian people only make up 2% of visits to national parks? But we make up 98% of pictures taken at national parks. That's my time. Thank you very much.
I liked that last joke. Like, this is my last joke. And you can actually hear it when you're in the room. Every time someone says, oh, this is my last joke, I audibly go, oh, I get really sad. That was Kenny, sorry, I don't know why. It's because he talked about country music. That's why I did it. K Chang, everybody. I hope he does another set. That was funny. I liked his jokes. The 2%, 98%. Math is hard, but that joke still held up. I liked it a lot. Just like you guys are holding up for a show that's been tricky to put on tonight. But I think this will make you feel better, because do you remember how much you love Luke Soyan and how he tells jokes for a dog named Nacho while he simultaneously fat shames another dog named Lilo? Well, Luke has prepared some more jokes for you guys. Also, quick survey you can fill in while you're watching Luke tell jokes. Luke also does a thing called a vlog. I'm not 100% on what those are, but they're kind of like, they remind me of like mini funny commercials for things. And he like tells jokes and he's quippy, and then he like edits in video, and it's very funny. I think he's very talented. Anyway, would you like to see some of those during this showcase? Because I can get a hold of some of that footage if you'd like. Another thing we were thinking about doing, I don't know, maybe I'll just make it a surprise for you, but how would a mini 5-minute dance party feel to you? Are you on your couches right now? Like, could you get up and like just slightly move a little bit for like 5 minutes? I could do it. I obviously would do it on camera for you, for all of you. Anyway, think about that and how much you love Luke Soyan while we watch Luke Soyan tell us some jokes. Luke?
Hey guys, keep it going for all the comics you've seen so far. Keep it going for your host. Look, this is going to be bad because I'm not working on stand-up right now, but they wanted this, and I love them. Stab. I love Stab. I love Jesse. I love John. I love Skip. So here I am. I'm just going to kind of read through my notes and see what we can find here. It's a weird time. Coronavirus. Dude, I hate saying, like, I'm not even in a room with other comics, and I don't want to be like, coronavirus. Like, it's so annoying to bring it up, but it is weird, you know, because you don't even need a gun anymore to kill people. You can just, you know, like, I can't wait to see, like, movies where they're, like, quick draws, just, they throw, like, pepper in their face and they sneeze on somebody. I hate myself. Okay, dicks. Dicks are like kids, because it's impossible to love one that isn't yours. I think that's very true. Like, I'll take care of mine, but if I didn't have one and you just gave me one, I would probably throw it in the garbage. Like a severed wiener in your hand is gross, but loose baby? Ew. All I'm saying is, severed wiener doesn't cry. So, babies are worse than dicks, apparently. This is a controversial one. Saying the N-word is a lot like picking your nose. You can only do it when you're alone in the car listening to rap music. All right. Yeah, this is one I've done already. I don't even know how long this is, so hopefully I go 5 minutes and I stop. Corona has to change their name. The beer, sorry, I brought it back up. You can, you know, after this is all over, you can come fight me for bringing up coronavirus again and being hacky as fuck. But Corona beer has to change their name because you can't be like, you know, in a year from now, some millennial kid goes into a bar, a Gen Z or somebody, you know, and they just order a Guinness, their favorite beer, and then they look down the bar and they see somebody with a Corona beer, and then all of a sudden they have flashbacks to Grandpa Ed dying in the hospital behind a bunch of plastic curtains no, they couldn't get back there. He just died alone, like a fucking Ukrainian nuclear Holocaust survivor. Chernobyl, that's the word I wanted. Dude, that's the most fucked up part about coronavirus is they don't let people's families in to see them when they die. I just want to bring it down for all you people stuck at home. Death has been very funny to me lately. I don't know why. So also I feel like I don't like coronavirus just because I feel like it's like a young upstart, you know, like it's like this new rising star. It's like a TikToker, you know, and it's like I just like to remember, you know, the ones who've put in the work. Coronavirus just came out of nowhere and is like, I'm on top. It's like, are you though? You know, because I feel like the flu, we forget the flu, but it kills every year. You know, the flu is the Michael Jordan of viruses. The flu comes strapped every year. It's got new shoes, new DNA. It's got the stats. It's, you know, for a lot of people, the flu is the last dance. So there's that. Also, like AIDS is the king or the queen. Get it? This is a hacky. I'm sorry, but AIDS is the queen. You know, because AIDS is like, oh, you attack compromised immune systems. I eat immune systems, son. That's AIDS. I can't even imagine what this would feel like if I was in Stab saying this. All of this would bomb really bad. So I'm sorry. Let's see, maybe I'll just do one more before we get out of here. I don't know how long this is going. I honestly don't. That's right. I saw, this is still like so funny, and I know like one day I'm going to sit down and write more of this. I've been writing some other junk, so I'm sorry guys. But here's this. My girlfriend broke up with me. Feel bad for me. And so I've been on Tinder and Bumble again. Hate it. Probably should try a new one, like Coffee, Bagel, whatever the fuck that is. But she broke up with me, so I've been on there. And there was a girl who her profile said that she had first of all, she had like photos of her back. And I thought it was like an artful, like sexy, you know, like some girls will just take a photo with like a beam of sunshine spraying down, you know, like, and it's artful. And then she has like fairy wings, and you're like, why? What are you into, you weirdo? But she had a photo like this, and then in the thing it said she has like a metal back. It said, I have a metal back, so if that's gonna be a problem for you, just swipe left. And I'm just like, dude, what dude with a penis is like, oh, you have a metal back? You fake ass hoe. I'm not. It's so stupid. Like what? Like you go on 3 dates with this girl, and then it's like the 4th date, and you're like, I hope we hook up tonight. And then you're making out, and then like your metal detector goes off. Like, what do you know? I don't want to have to wait for you at the airport every time. That's very inconvenient. I'm a businessman. I traveled to Shanghai. You know, like it's stupid. You guys, this is awful. But thank you for wanting me to do this, I think. I'm Luke Soyan. Give it up. Keep it going. Ha ha.
That was so fun. See, I told him it's fun. I don't know if he's watching right now. Well, I guess he wouldn't be able to tell how funny it was to everybody. But it was really fun. I have so many follow-up questions. I've never heard him talk about how having your own. It's Luke Soyan. I'm supposed to say stuff as a host. That's Luke Soyan. Check him out on his social media and his Venmo. Venmo him money because those jokes are killer. But now I'm just picturing. Did he just say a severed penis doesn't scream? Like, I don't think I've ever heard that joke. I've definitely never heard that phrase before in my friggin' life. And I'm picturing him like holding, who's giving away babies. I'm just going to throw it away. Luke Soyan would never throw a baby away. I love that so much. And is he really on like Tinder and stuff right now? And is that metal back thing real? And I have so many follow-up questions. So many. See, that was really funny, Luke. That's so good. I don't think you should do that more. Now I don't want to accept his vlogs because I just want more of those jokes. They were really funny. I like his jokes. Thanks, Luke. I'm sorry. It's so sad. And you really did try to bring it down a bunch. but you couldn't because your jokes were funny and we liked them. See, there's smiley faces and clappy faces, and people are. Thanks, Luke. I'm really glad you did it. I'm also really glad because now I feel bad though because Luke's like, oh, I guess people want me to do this, and I'm like, I told you people wanted to see it, and they did. But I also convinced Parker Newman that we wanted, because here's the thing: I tell Parker Newman jokes regularly. Raise your hand if you've heard me tell a Parker Newman joke, and say, okay, wait. I'm gonna tell you this joke, but like you're probably not gonna get it because I'm not Parker Newman. But I have the actual Parker Newman here, his video here, so you can hear actual Parker Newman jokes from Parker Newman, okay? So every time after this that I say, oh, let me tell you this joke. It's from one of my favorite comedians, Parker Newman. Picture this guy. This is the guy I'm talking about. Parker Newman, everybody. Here he comes.
Hey, how's it going, people out there? This is very weird doing comedy, pre-recorded, I guess. I mean, it's weird regardless. But yeah, I don't know. I just feel like a scientist in Alaska, who's like trying to find the cure for this or something. I'm like, there's been no cure. I've been here 73 days. But let me tell you observations about my family. Let's see. Oh, I'm not timing myself. Oh, my computer is. Never mind. Sorry, normally don't record stuff on my computer. Yeah, except for, when I'm cam girling. That's a lie. I don't. I'm a fan though. Anyway. So yeah, I started going to therapy again recently, online. Yeah, I didn't go in. That'd be good. Like, oh shit, well, you don't have depression, but your lungs don't work. So, anyway, started going to therapy. And yeah, I used to have like a really hot therapist, which sounds great. It's not just because you really want her, you really want to like impress her. But she's also your therapist, so you want to tell her about your problems. So I'll just be like, oh man, there's so many voices in my head no one else can hear. She's like, oh geez. Like, yeah, guess I'm just a really good listener. I don't know. It's always been my problem. She's like, these voices, what do they say? I'm just like, mostly talk about how big my dick is. Other than that, not much. No, I stopped seeing her though. I saw this like new therapist recently on the phone, and like I swear to God, this happened. She just asked me, we're going over, if I like do drugs or smoke, anything like that. She goes, oh, so do you drink caffeine at all? And I go, nah, I can't. I don't. It gives me anxiety. And I thought she'd be like, good, because that can trigger panic attacks. Instead, she goes, really? I would think that that'd help with anxiety. I drink caffeine. I'm like, where did you go to college? Basic white bitch university? Like, that is insane. Like, when you graduated, were they like, alright, put your tassels on the other side, and now you may complain to the manager. Yeah. What else is there? Holy shit, 3 minutes. I know how to stall. That is... I would be such a good hostage negotiator, I'm just... and just riffing about nothing. Oh man, 3:30. Holy shit! I almost. Do I pretend to see a light at 4? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna fucking do it. So yeah. I am. What was it? So I'm looking at my notes. I do that on and off stage, I guess. Yeah, gotcha. Sorry, just letting the host know, it's 4 minutes, and I know that. Oh, yeah. Um, I heard recently that if you that when you have a stroke, you smell burnt toast, right? Which must really suck if you're like making toast while that happened. You know, you're just like, oh my god, I burnt my fucking toast again. How can this day get any worse? And I think that's funny. I don't know. Yeah, that's about 5 minutes. Thank you, Stab Comedy, for letting me do this. I appreciate you. All right. Take care. 5 minutes on the dot.
5 minutes on the dot. 5 minutes on the dot. Parker Newman. I didn't give him a light. He does do that in person. That was adorable. I know we're not supposed to say that was adorable, are we? Is it? Well, but it was. That's Parker Newman, everybody. You can follow him on his social media. You can give on his little Venmo. Hopefully we can get him to tell more jokes, because this is really like 2 of the jokes that I usually tell people. Sorry if I've like told you too many of his jokes and now you're like, oh, I thought he was going to tell that one joke, but only better than Skip ever did. Thank you, Parker, for doing that. I liked it very much. Parker looking good. But now I guess is the worst part of the night, where I tell you there's only one more comedian left. I know. Don't worry, it's a dude. If you were like, oh no, but does she have any more guys left? Yeah, she does. There's another guy coming up next. So next week I'm going to try and reach out to some more lady comedians, see if we can get some more of those sets in here. But for this evening, I have another guy for you. But I do want to thank everybody who sent their sets in for today, because as they mentioned, it is super weird doing comedy into a phone and not hearing your laughs. It's really awesome getting to hear your laughs in person. I guess you can hear my laughs tonight. Digging that. I can't help myself. I haven't seen any of these sets, so these are all surprises to me, and I love it. What else? I think that's just that we got a next set. Oh, my dad's watching. Jesse has Neckos. Quick question for you, Jesse. Do you eat those? Like, we put the Necco. You guys know what Necco wafers are, right? Yeah, I think you do. You're good people. Do you put the Necco wafer on your tongue and then wait for it to dissolve, or do you just eat it like candy? Like candy should be eaten, because candy. You just eat it regular? Yeah. Yeah, my dad's an insane person. Dad, if you ever had a Necco wafer, he would... I think this was possibly an attempt to get us to not talk. He would play this game to see who could keep the Necco wafer whole and on their tongue the longest, and it was always on car rides home. Retrospectively, this may have been to get us to not talk for long periods of time. But you would put the Necco wafer on our tongue, and then we would have to wait to see who could keep the Necco wafer from breaking into little pieces and eating it and enjoying it as candy is meant to be enjoyed. And then this game would go for as long as he could possibly make it last. Yeah, that game was just to get us to not talk, retrospectively. Real eye-opening evening. All right, you guys, you ready for the last comedian of the night? Don't be sad. We'll come back next week with more comedians, but for now, I'm bringing you Chad Opitz.
Hello, Social Distancing Comedy Showcase at the Stab Comedy Theater. I'm Chad Opitz here in San Francisco, and I'm going to record a little comedy for you while you're hanging out at home, enjoying your delicious tuna casserole, I hope, because I enjoy a good tuna casserole, and I hope you do as well. I hope you had a good 420 a couple weeks ago. That's, a day you could just relax, hang out, do some drugs, unlike any other day in this pandemic. It was completely different. I've been trying to experiment more with food. I mentioned the tuna casserole. If you're indulging in that. I have another idea for you. Did you know that any burrito can be a wet burrito if you're crying? So just save $1 or $2 and get the regular one and just pour a little of the old sad sauce on top. I'm wondering if after this is all said and done, if schools are going to start implementing drugs, not hugs programs into the schools, and I think that might be a more, good thing. I'm not on cocaine, I swear to God. I wish I was, in a way. I wish I was better at drugs. That's one of the things I'm very jealous of, people in the pandemic who are good at drugs. I wish I was good at drugs. I'm not. My roommate is very good at drugs. Holy shit, I had an argument with him the other day about if apple juice was real. He was like, have you ever bitten into an apple and gotten wet? And I was like, no, I guess you're right then. I can't fight that kind of logic. He was like, how many apples would it take to make apple juice? I was like, fuck, I guess you're right. So I lost that battle. He won the apple juice is not real battle. I'm trying to think of, like, I wonder if ghosts are having a good time during this because, you know, there's just so many more opportunities to scare, or if they're annoyed at it and they're like, get the fuck out of the house, I'm sick and tired of you being here. It's like more of like a Beetlejuice situation, you know? I'm not too sure about that one. I had an idea about people who were like with kids at home. If like, here's a little tip. Like when I was growing up, my parents bought me corduroy pants so that they could keep track of where I was in the house. You know, my little legs rubbing together. They were like, I think we can have sex. It's safe now. And they'd start to get to business, and then they'd hear me. She'd be like, no, get my business. Chad's a coming. We hear those chubby German legs and those fucking swishy pants. You know, my name is Chad, and as a Chad, I do think it is a plus, at least for me, that the name to currently shit on is Karen, because Chads have gotten a bad rap for a while now. You know, I mean, when you share a name with the lead singer of Nickelback, I guess you deserve a little scorn, so it's okay. These are dire times. These are dire, nutty, horny times. And I have invoked the dark arts to satiate my lusts. I made a voodoo doll of myself so I could suck its dick. And that's been working out for me. It's been one of the more stable relationships that I've had in quite some time. So that's good. I don't know if you guys saw this in the latest news about Adele. Adele has lost a lot of weight. You know, good for her. You know, it's fine, cool. But if you didn't think Adele was hot already, then you can go fuck yourself, because she was a good-looking woman. Okay, good-looking lady, talented lady. If you weren't on board from the get-go, you don't need to be in my life. You can get the fuck out of here. And, you know, big, little, whatever size she is, I've got a crush on her. And I would like to profess my love for her and let her know that once this is over, I would like to take her on a date. So this is for Adele, guys. Adele, I'm Chad. Got a sweet beard and look pretty good in plaid. I want to take you out for burritos and tea. So please go out with me. I'll buy you some curly fries. Wouldn't that be a sweet and savory surprise? And I want you to coagulate like a blood clot in my heart. And I won't even care during sex if you fart. Let's make this dream come true, Adele. Thank you, Stab. Bye.
Oh my God. So I didn't see any of that coming. Give it up for Chad and his definite chances of getting with Adele. Had you seen this, Jesse? Jesse had not seen this either. I had not seen this. I just want to cover all the things that just happened during Chad's set. From Horny Dark Times. I didn't realize it was Horny Dark Times, but I'm a big fan of it being Horny Dark Times. And that this set was clearly for Adele fans only. If you didn't like her when she wasn't skinny, you need to get the fuck out. He's not wrong. But I also, he just sang a song about taking someone out for burritos and tea and then getting them curly fries. And then for some reason, because I hadn't thought of it, would Adele fart during sex? Is this just a thing that Chad has had happen and he's like down with it? I just feel like I learned a lot tonight about Chad and Luke, especially. Got some of Parker's jokes in there. Loved the K Cheng that we had on. Had not had him on here before. Hope we hear more about Chad. Hope we get more Chad songs. Actually, I feel like every month we should put a compilation together. We should put together like a music compilation of puns, guys. I can't. You guys got to see Yassine. I'm really glad. I tell people about Yassine, but obviously can never tell his jokes. I can't even. With Joey G, I just very excited. I'm glad that you guys hung in there to the end of our set here. Super glad you were here. I think let's see. If anything, what would our theme of the night be? A lot of single people trying to date, but that was kind of our theme last time. I think also is that what's happening? Is that people are single and going back out? And Nick also caught the end of a set, and I guess I hadn't really put this together, but his question was, I guess there could be Ukrainian Auschwitz Chernobyl survivors that lasted long enough to die of corona. So that was a huge takeaway from tonight that I hadn't really thought of before. Anyhow, super interesting evening. I had a really good time. Thanks for liking the sound of my laughter. Well, at least Buddy did. I like the jokes. They're very funny. That's why I'm here. I'm going to come back next week, and I'm going to have more jokes if you guys send in more jokes. So please send in more jokes. Definitely Luke needs to do some. We also like puns. I hope we see Parker. I hope we see all of you guys back here next week. Anything else you'd like to tell the fine folks, Jesse? No, that's it. He said that's it. He is very far away from me now. Don't worry about it. We won't finger touch again. But we will see you here again next week for the Social Distancing Comedy Showcase here at Stab. And check them out. They have more shows than you could ever hope for. There's so much. See you guys later. Bye.